The corporate finance world has long been considered a boys' club, dominated by a select few with the power to influence financial markets, corporate strategy, and investment decisions. But today, more and more women are defying the odds, breaking barriers and thriving in what was once an exclusive male-dominated arena. From boardrooms to investment firms to CFO offices, women are reshaping the landscape of corporate finance and taking on leadership roles that once seemed out of reach. But what does it take to thrive in an industry that was once defined by men in suits? Is it ambition? Is it resilience? Or is it something deeper? Historically, the corporate finance world was overwhelmingly male. This was not due to a lack of talent or ambition among women, but rather to entrenched gender biases, lack of access to senior positions, and societal expectations that relegated women to traditional roles outside the financial sector. Financial services, investment banking, and executive management were often seen as fields where women could not thrive, or where their contributions were undervalued. For decades, corporate finance was defined by a top-down, hierarchical structure that emphasized traditional, sometimes rigid financial practices. The focus was on hard numbers, aggressive strategies, and risk-taking, qualities that were often assumed to be more aligned with male traits. As a result, women were often excluded from key financial decision-making roles or faced obstacles that their male counterparts did not. I mean, think about it. When we picture Wall Street, what comes to mind? A room full of men in suits, right? Well, that's changing, and fast. So why is that happening now? And what's driving this revolution? While women still represent a minority in the upper echelons of corporate finance, their numbers are steadily increasing. More women are breaking into investment banks, corporate boardrooms, and CFO positions, leading companies, innovating financial strategies, and setting new standards for success. One of the most prominent examples of this shift is Jane Fraser, who in 2021 became the first woman to lead a major U.S. bank when she was appointed CEO of Citigroup. Fraser's appointment was a landmark moment for the finance industry, signaling a broader trend of women breaking through the glass ceiling in traditionally male-dominated sectors. Her leadership is defined by a focus on modernization, digital transformation, and a commitment to diversity and inclusion, values that are reshaping Citigroup's corporate culture and operations. Another trailblazer is Abigail Johnson, the CEO of Fidelity Investments, one of the largest financial services firms globally. Johnson has made significant strides in diversifying the company's offerings and driving innovation, especially in the area of investment technology. Under her leadership, Fidelity has embraced a more customer-centric approach, using technology to provide individual investors with tools to manage their portfolios and make more informed financial decisions. Just like Jane Fraser and Abigail Johnson, we can look at women like Ruth Porat, CFO of Alphabet. Porat, who joined Google in 2015, was instrumental in steering the company's financials through one of the most transformative periods in tech history. Her financial strategy not only ensured Alphabet's rapid growth, but also helped cement its position as one of the largest tech companies in the world. Ruth Porat's leadership exemplifies how women can excel in both traditional finance and high-growth, innovative sectors. Her work has inspired many young women entering tech finance, proving that women can thrive at the very top of this fast-paced, competitive industry. Similarly, Indra Nooyi, the former CEO of PepsiCo, broke the glass ceiling in one of the world's largest consumer goods companies. As a woman of color in a traditionally male-dominated industry, Nooyi's leadership not only reshaped PepsiCo's strategy, but also demonstrated that women, especially women of color, can lead at the highest levels of global corporations. Nooyi's ability to navigate both financial strategy and operational change set new standards for leadership, and her legacy continues to inspire women leaders in the corporate world today. Let's talk numbers for a moment. Did you know that by 2023, women control nearly 40% of global wealth? That number is only going to keep growing. And this shift isn't just about financial power. It's about influence. Women-led companies are outperforming their male-led counterparts, with a McKinsey report even showing that women are twice as likely to invest in businesses that focus on social impact. This isn't just about making money. It's about changing the game altogether. But even having control of about 40%, they are still underrepresented in corporate boardrooms and C-suite positions. According to a 2022 report from McKinsey & Company, women hold just 26% of executive roles globally, and the representation of women of color in senior leadership roles remains dismally low. Today, women are no longer just taking a seat at the table in corporate finance. They are leading it. And it's not just about breaking barriers for the sake of equality. It's about bringing a whole new approach to the industry. So what's different about the way women approach finance? What exactly is making this happen? Why are women taking charge in corporate finance now more than ever? These women, along with many others, are not just occupying leadership positions. They are redefining what leadership looks like in the corporate finance world. Their success is paving the way for more women to enter the field and rise through the ranks, proving that women have the skills, vision, and leadership abilities to excel in financial leadership roles. Despite the growing number of women in leadership roles in corporate finance, challenges remain. The gender gap is still evident in areas such as pay equity, access to mentorship, and representation at the highest levels of leadership. Women, especially women of color, continue to face systemic biases that limit their opportunities for advancement. One of the major hurdles for women in corporate finance is the lack of access to networks and mentorship that are crucial for career advancement. In male-dominated industries, informal networks and relationships often play a significant role in career progression. Women who do not have access to these networks may struggle to gain visibility or receive opportunities for high-profile projects or promotions. Additionally, women are often held to higher standards than their male counterparts. Research has shown that women in leadership roles are more likely to face scrutiny and criticism for their decisions, even when they perform equally well or better than their male colleagues. This double bind can make it difficult for women to gain the respect and recognition they deserve. Despite these challenges, women in corporate finance are proving that their leadership can drive meaningful change. Women in finance tend to bring a unique set of skills to the table, including emotional intelligence, empathy, and a focus on collaboration, qualities that are increasingly valued in the modern financial landscape. Research has shown that companies with diverse leadership teams tend to perform better in the long run. A study by McKinsey & Company found that companies with more women in senior management positions are 21% more likely to outperform their competitors in profitability and 27% more likely to outperform in terms of value creation. This is because women tend to bring a more holistic approach to decision-making, one that balances risk with long-term sustainability and ethical responsibility. Take, for example, Mary Barra, CEO of General Motors. Barra's leadership has transformed GM's approach to innovation, focusing on sustainability, electric vehicles, and embracing a more inclusive corporate culture. Under her guidance, GM has prioritized women's empowerment both within the company and in the communities it serves. Her leadership reflects how women are shaping corporate finance by bringing fresh perspectives and innovative strategies to the table. Another area where women are thriving in corporate finance is in financial technology, fintech. Women are leading some of the most innovative fintech companies, creating solutions that are democratizing financial services and making them more accessible to a wider range of people. Ann Bowden, CEO of Starling Bank, is a key example. She built Starling from the ground up as a digital bank that prioritizes customer needs over traditional banking models. Under Bowden's leadership, Starling has gained recognition for its customer-centric approach, offering personalized banking services through innovative tech platforms. Bowden's success in fintech showcases the role women are playing in reshaping the financial services industry, creating new models of banking that emphasize transparency, convenience, and inclusivity. Similarly, Jennifer Tejada, CEO of PagerDuty, a cloud-based operations management platform, has made significant strides in the tech and finance space by pioneering solutions that bridge the gap between traditional finance and digital transformation. By prioritizing data-driven decision-making and leveraging AI to improve operational efficiency, Tejada has become a role model for women in corporate finance and technology. As more women rise to leadership positions in finance, they are not just breaking barriers, they are shaping the future of the industry. Women's unique leadership qualities, combined with their focus on collaboration, transparency, and sustainability, are helping to redefine corporate finance and bring about a more inclusive and responsible financial ecosystem. However, for this shift to continue, systemic changes must be made. Organizations need to ensure that women have equal access to opportunities, mentorship, and career advancement programs. In addition, companies should make diversity and inclusion a core value, not just a buzzword. With greater representation of women in corporate finance, the industry will continue to evolve, creating more equitable opportunities and fostering innovation that benefits society as a whole. Women are no longer waiting for permission to succeed in corporate finance. They are forging their own path and making their mark in an industry that has long been resistant to change. As women continue to rise to leadership positions, they are redefining what it means to lead in finance, emphasizing values-driven leadership and a more inclusive approach to decision-making. For women looking to enter or advance in the corporate finance industry, the future is bright. By gaining financial literacy, seeking mentorship, and challenging the status quo, women can continue to break down barriers and shape the future of finance for generations to come. The financial world is evolving, and women are at the forefront of this transformation. From breaking barriers to leading with integrity, transparency, and collaboration, women are rewriting the rules of corporate finance. They are not only excelling in positions of power, but also paving the way for future generations of women to enter and thrive in this space. It's time to embrace and celebrate their leadership, as they are fundamentally reshaping what it means to lead in finance. As more women continue to rise in the corporate ranks, their influence will only grow stronger, creating a ripple effect that transforms the industry. For those looking to enter or advance in corporate finance, the path is clearer than ever. The barriers that once seemed insurmountable are slowly being dismantled by the women who are forging their own paths. By continuing to foster financial literacy, seek mentorship, and challenge traditional norms, women can continue to break down barriers, create lasting impact, and shape the future of finance for generations to come. This is just the beginning. With every woman who steps into a leadership role in finance, the landscape shifts further toward equity and inclusion. The future of corporate finance is not just bright, it's transformative, and women are at the heart of this change. Let's continue to support and amplify the voices of women in finance, for their success is a success for the entire industry and for society as a whole.